Hello everyone, short video today. This is about adding SuperView, that GoPro sort of view, to your footage. I believe it's pronounced NIEK, SuperView script. Credits first, this came to me via Facebook. Actually, it didn't come to me. I found it on Facebook from BGUFF, channel linked in the video description below. I believe that's Brendan Guffin. He is participating in iGal this season. And he noted in his video that he got it from RCSchim. And once we look inside the script, you'll see that RCSchim did a translation. So good on him and thank you. His channel also linked down in the video description. So in the video description, you'll find a link to the NIEK SuperView script, which is a very basic script with a batch file. So a couple of executables we need to move into the Windows System 32 directory, and then we have the SuperView bat file that we run against any sort of video file that we want. So you can take DJI 4.3 footage and turn it into this sort of SuperView that you have, instead of having that very 4.3 sort of non-super view. You can also do it if you've got DVR footage from an analog equipment, as I've run here, to give you a little bit more of a different feel that maybe you just like to share it that way. Maybe you're putting together your entry for that particular week for iGal and you want to add some sort of cinematic, sort of super view type of footage, or you just like to record your footage and watch it back yourself, or whatever reason you might have, so you can turn these things into something that might be more appealing to you. First, let's take a look at the zip file, which I've got right here. And if you double click and extract that, you'll get a folder like this. And then we've got these files inside of here. So this is our batch file. That's the one that we kind of run and use. We've got the SuperView Windows AMD 64 EXE, as well as FF Probe and the FF MPEG. These three files all need to go into your Windows System 32 directory. If you're a Mac user, you probably have to use some sort of emulator for Windows to make this work. I'm not sure there's a Mac edition available, but there very well could be. Do some research in Google Foo and you may find it. The install text file that we see right here, it says basically what I've already told you. Take those three exe files, put it in the Windows 2, copy the SuperView all bat to the file folder where you have. It works primarily for 4.3. But I'm going to show you a little bit of already 16:9 footage that you can convert further into a different view yet. So once you have those EXEs where you need them to be, you can do what you see here. So I've got some 4th of July footage. I have my original 4.3 footage. I've got my SuperView.bat. Let's take a look inside there. Here you can see that this originally comes from We Are FPV, and he was translated into English by RCSchim. Again, thank you, RCSchim, for doing that. And you can play with these parameters if you do desire that. Otherwise, I would just run it as is. As you can see here, I've placed one file inside with the SuperView VAT, and it creates a SuperView folder for you, and that's where it places its footage. If you double click this folder, you get a command box or a dialog box that comes up, and it shows you that it's running. Takes on my system, it takes a little bit longer than it does to just play the file out. I would say about 10% longer, but that's going to vary depending upon your system. And once it's done, it turns it into this footage that I've really already shown you a snippet of, but we'll play it out a little bit longer as I circle the fireworks, and then we have a fireworks mishap where it kind of explodes on us. It was one of those situations where thankfully we were lighting things off further away and it didn't harm anyone. It was just kind of an exciting moment, probably more exciting for me as the quad was the closest thing to the fireworks and it kind of went off all at one time. Also, if we go back and we look at the Vanta 2 Nano in its SuperView, you may have seen that review on the channel. That is an Avant Quads Micro running 2-inch travelated props, and you can see how the footage looks if you run the SuperView script against it. So real short, if you're interested in something like that, pretty easy, doesn't take any sort of technical knowledge, doesn't cost you anything. I'll link RCSchim as well as Brendan Guffin BGUFF's channel down in the video description down below, as well as the zip file that you need to be able to unpack it and run this script. If you do have any comments, questions, suggestions, or otherwise, please let me know in the section down below. I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching.